The key to achieve this sourdough is mastering the room temperature. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to start our sourdough starter from scratch. Yes, from the beginning till the end. And you may be asking, what do I have here? Let's open it up. So you might be saying that this is just a regular bowl, but it's not. It's an intelligent bowl, yes, because thanks to Crustello, it comes with this sensor, and this sensor senses temperature, humidity, and many other factors that will be happening, going on inside the bowl while we are making our sourdough starter from scratch. So this time it's going to be really easy, and we also have fun making our sourdough starter with Crustello. So let's dig it into the sensor to see what else we can do with it. When you turn the sensor on, the first thing that you'll see is the temperature and the humidity inside the bowl, which is really handy when we start making our sourdough. In the configuration menu, we can easily choose which language do we want: English, German, Italian, Spanish, or French. And also the temperature units, which could be Fahrenheit or Celsius. But the core of this sensor is to track our sourdough starter, or our dough, or maybe our pre-ferment. And depending on which function do we choose, we can set the feeding ratio, the amount of sourdough starter, among many other things. And we can easily connect our sensor to the Crustello app in our mobile phone, which is going to help us to track our sourdough starter with even more details. So now we are ready to start with our sourdough starter from scratch. And all the ingredients that we need are really easy. First of all, we need some flour. It could be just bread flour, whole wheat flour, or the flour that you use to bake bread. Then we need just water, regular tap water, it's okay. And finally, this bowl from Crustello, which is going to help us to build this sourdough starter, because it is going to help us to check and to control one of the most important ingredients to make a sourdough starter, which is the room temperature. That it should be around 25 degrees Celsius. Maybe if you are in a colder place or in a warmer place, you could do this. If it's cold, you can place your starter near a heat source, such as a stove or a switch-off oven. You can also try the Wi-Fi router hack, which has a perfect temperature for fermenting your sourdough starter. But if you live in a warmer place, you can put your starter in a bowl with ice, or maybe use a picnic fridge to lower its temperature a little bit. So now we are ready to start the sourdough starter. Day 1. We are going to begin our sourdough starter with 3 full spoons of flour. And now we add the water. Remember that we are doing this all by the eye. We are not measuring anything at all, because what we are looking for is for a special texture. And now, using a Danish whisk or a spoon, we start mixing everything. The texture that we are looking for is some kind of sticky dough. Not too dry, not too runny. What is about to happen right now, when we hydrate the flour, is that all the microorganisms in it are going to wake up and start feeding from the starches or the sugars from the flour, and this is how our sourdough starter begins. But we still have a long road ahead. Let's go. If we see that the dough is a little bit runny, we just add a little bit more flour. But au contraire, if it's a little bit dry, we just add a little bit more water. That's why I say that we're doing this by the eye. No measuring, just mixing and reading our dough. And when we end up with this texture, we're done for the first day. We cover it with the lid, and the sensor will show us instantly the temperature inside the bowl. Now you know what to do if the temperature is lower 25 or higher. So now we leave the bowl on the counter until tomorrow. Day number 2. So here's our project of sourdough starter, and let's see what's going on here. So, since there's no much activity, what we have to do is to feed it again. So as we did on the first day, we'll keep on adding flour and water. Remember that we are still doing this by the eye. We are looking for that kind of texture. Not too dry, not too runny. That's the key to achieve the best sourdough starter from scratch. So when we reach this texture, we are done for today. And remember that the room temperature is really important. 25 degrees Celsius is the best. Now we cover it with the lid and let it there till the next day. Day number 3. Let's see what's going on in here. Good. I really like it. Let's do this. Now we are going to set the sensor. Feeding ratio, 1 part sourdough starter, 2 parts of flour, 2 parts of water. And 100 grams the amount of sourdough starter. We hit OK, and the sensor will start tracking all the fermentation process. What we need to do is to transfer the sourdough starter from the fermentation bowl to another bowl. Now in our Crustello bowl, we add 100 grams of sourdough starter, 200 grams of flour, and 200 grams of water. That means that the feeding ratio is 1 part of sourdough starter, 2 parts of flour, and 2 parts of water. We mix everything well till there's no more dry flour. And remember always that the temperature is really important. Now we cover it and leave it here again for one more day. We've reached day number 4. Let's see what's happening here. Please pay attention to this because it's looking really good. Full of bubbles and air. It looks incredible. And now if we go with the spoon, we'll see that it looks like a mousse. This starter is really alive. We're closer, but we still need to move on. So we are on the right way. But now we need to do this. Now we pour again our sourdough starter in another bowl. And let's get ready for another feeding. And now we're going to change the feeding ratio. We're going to make 1-1-1. That means equal parts. 1 part of sourdough starter, 1 part of flour, and 1 part of water. 100 grams each. As always, we mix everything well, and then when it's done, we cover it with the lid and leave it there one more day. Day number 5, and take a look at this. It's looking beautiful, but it's not yet ready. So now what we have to do for the next 2 days, the same thing that we've been doing before. Feed it. As always, we'll take 1 part of the sourdough starter, 1 part of flour, and 1 part of water. Mix it well and leave it there on the counter. We'll repeat this for 2 more days. Till we reach day 7. And take a look at this sourdough starter. It is beautiful. And now we go with the final feeding, to give a lot of strength to our sourdough starter. Now in our Crustello sourdough starter bowl, we are going to add 50 grams of sourdough starter. Now we add 150 grams of flour and 150 grams of water. That's a feeding ratio of 1-3-3. As usual, we mix everything well till there's nothing dry, and we'll cover it and leave it there for a few hours. Now we need to wait for the magic of the gluten, or, well, the magic of the fermentation. And now for the final feeding, we are going to use the app. First of all, we need to give it a name. Gluten Morgen is okay. We also want to be notified when the sourdough starter is ready. Now we connect to the sensor, and we are ready to set the starter. The feeding ratio was 1-3-3, and the amount of sourdough starter, 50 grams. We are ready to start tracking our sourdough starter. The app will record every movement of our sourdough starter. And finally, here we have our new sourdough starter. Yes, after 7 days and a few hours more. But it looks so creamy, airy, full of bubbles. It's alive. Take a look at it. Wow. Another fun fact of the app is that it makes super detailed graphics, so we can see how perfectly went the fermentation through the hours. This way, we'll get always the best results out of it. So it's really fun and really interesting to try new tools or new equipment that helps us to make better bread every day. So with Crustello, I think we've got an excellent new toy to start working with our sourdough starter. So please leave me in comments, what do you think about this new method of tracking and making your own sourdough starter from scratch? And here my channel have many recipes of what to do with the sourdough starter, many kind of breads, from high hydration, whole wheat, Italian breads, even pizza. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. And remember, may the gluten be with you.